In the weeks following Hamas's attack on Israel, which resulted in the brutal massacre of more than 1,200 Israelis, tens of thousands of demonstrators around the world have taken to the streets to celebrate Hamas's barbarity and call for more violence against Jews. These disturbing displays of hatred have also been seen on dozens of college campuses across the United States. At one university, hundreds of students and faculty staged a pro-Hamas walkout. At another, an instructor singled out Jewish students, ordering them to stand in a corner while saying, "This is what Israel does to the Palestinians." And student demonstrations nationwide have called for intifadas and violent resistance against Israel. At the Cooper Union College in New York, several Jewish students barricaded themselves in the library to escape a mob chanting "Free Palestine." Similarly, at Cornell, Jewish students were advised to stay away from a building housing a kosher dining hall after threats and anti-Semitic slurs were posted to an online student forum. Among these threats were calls to eliminate Jewish living from Cornell campus. The presidents of 3 leading American universities were called to testify at a hearing held by the U.S. House of Representatives House Committee on Education and the Workforce on the rise of anti-Semitism on their campuses. These universities included MIT, where administrators failed to condemn a pro-Palestine demonstration that blocked Jewish and Israeli students from attending classes. Also present was the University of Pennsylvania, where anti-Semitic messages were projected onto campus buildings, including the phrase "from the river to the sea." And the third was Harvard University, where student groups signed a joint statement blaming Israel for all unfolding violence following the Hamas attack. During the hearing, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik engaged in a tense exchange with each university president, pressing them to provide a clear yes or no answer on whether calls for the genocide of Jews violated the codes of conduct or rules regarding bullying or harassment. Their response depends on the context. Jewish students and faculty are facing relentless intimidation from individuals who claim to be advocates of social justice but seek to rationalize, justify, and even promote the ethnic cleansing of Israeli Jews. Hamas and Iran, along with other regional Middle East actors, are cynically invoking international humanitarian law to denounce and delegitimize Israel's acts of self-defense in Gaza. And this hypocrisy is being echoed by anti-Israel campus groups worldwide, making thinly disguised calls for more dead Jews. For years, these groups have disguised their anti-Semitism with progressive rhetoric. They justify attacks against Israelis by citing anti-colonialist and anti-imperialist ideals, and have advocated for the elimination of the world's only Jewish state by distorting international definitions of crimes against humanity, such as apartheid. They've even demonized Israel's inherent democratic nature by arguing it's a facade to oppress Palestinians while minimizing global criticism. College administrations have continually defended these groups' rights to freedom of speech and expression, saying that campuses are a marketplace for the unfettered exchange of ideas. However, the current demonstrations are clearly not about fighting supposed apartheid or establishing a Palestinian state. They're championing a genocidal terrorist group that has just proven its unquenchable thirst for Jewish blood to the entire world. Allowing students and faculty to openly support this type of violence on campuses without facing any disciplinary actions by administrators is not acceptable. If ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and the KKK do not have affinity branches at colleges across the United States, then Hamas shouldn't be the exception. Applauding, rationalizing, and justifying Hamas's actions is akin to supporting Hamas. Support for the ISIS-like organization on U.S. campuses cannot be accepted and must not be tolerated.